I would like to ask about the gaps. You were talking the other day about being opening and softening in the heart. It is okay to put borders outside. And like I feel like sometimes something...
More importantly, to have none inside. No filters, no boundaries inside.
You talked yesterday about the shield and the lawyer. Well, as the years pass by, I don't think I became softer, or maybe I got wiser, but my lawyer became wise as well. And this shield probably got, well, close and like closing outside. And it probably make out of defense, and if before it was more passion and desires, like for new adventures, maybe now it's more like fears sometimes.
Then you're better off concerning boundaries to not only have no boundaries inside, so that anything from anyone is free to go right into you and right through you. That you have no defense, no filter. And then also on the outside, very lightly, very sweetly, have no boundaries on the outside. That will put you into a very different learning curve. You'll be quietly receiving offense and injury from anyone. And as you relate to having no boundary on the outside, the having no boundary, no filter on the inside is free to go deeper and deeper and deeper each time someone offends you or hurts you from the outside. Once you've integrated in yourself that you need no boundaries on the outside. So maybe after a few years, then you slowly start to bring in boundaries on the outside. It's not for yourself, because you've deeply realized how much you don't need any boundaries. Then as you form boundaries on the outside, it's not for you. It is very sweetly for others. So then as you introduce a boundary on the outside, that boundary, the way that it moves to the other person is like love. It's like the most yes-filled no to how someone is with you. It's only for them. And the manner in which how you move in that boundary opens the other person. Your boundary quietly undoes them. Your boundaries then make them feel nurturingly safe.
And until then,
for a few years, you live without any boundaries on the outside. Instead of saying don't or no, you deeply, quietly move within. You move as a stream. So instead of being solid in resistance, that you move as a suppleness inside. So while someone offends you, you have no rigidity inside. What you have is an ununderstood movement that is quietly and strangely disarming to the other person. It's not what they're used to. What that is in you is the deep, quiet movement of real womanness. Real womanness needs no defense. Real womanness isn't able to be overpowered. There isn't anything that can enclose it, confine it, or stop it. Your personal use of boundaries to protect yourself, that stops your real womanness.
I can feel what you say, but there was one word that jumped into my head twice, like, how do I do that? Or what's happening when I feel the victim of something in the outside, if it's a person or just what's happening outside.
If you feel a victim, you're being closed womanness. Womanness that retracts into a tight ball. Protected womanness isn't real womanness. Real womanness is quietly, deeply inviolable. There isn't anything that can violate it. It isn't corruptible. Real womanness is just like your being. When you feel a victim, then you are a closed, self-styled womanness. Instead of being filled womanness. All free in yourself.
It's kind of giving up the habit of the need to be strong.
The personal need to be strong. Yes. Real womanness is deeply at home in all weakness. Weakness isn't threatening. It isn't scary. Weakness for real womanness is all opening. The strength that real womanness has isn't used to protect. It isn't used to shield or defend. It's used in the reach. The reach into someone else. That gentles their troubledness.
And then the other word that the lawyer keeps shouting into my head is being needy, or not need nothing at all. The gaps between those two.
When yourself behaving like a lawyer, your lawyer, advising you concerning everyone, what to be wary of, where to defend yourself, what your rights are. Each time your lawyer speaks in your ear while looking at someone else with the lightest, most gentle gesture. You motion to your lawyer that it's okay. That its look at someone else and its words to you that you're not needing. With each such touch of yours to your lawyer slowly begins to forget its work and fall in love with you.
It's time to be in relationships with the lawyer. Relationships of love.
Deep, quiet kindness. In how you don't need your lawyer's looks at others and words to you. As your lawyer slowly becomes convinced of you, instead of the lawyer being self-convinced. That instead of advising you, your lawyer will start asking what it should do. So when it sees an impending danger, or where there's some rights of yours that are being crossed, the lawyer will ask you what it should do. And then you say to your lawyer, in that circumstance, be really quiet and just watch. To watch how you move. To watch how you deal with the situation. After you've dealt with situation from within a deep, real womanness. You return to your lawyer, and what you see in your lawyer is the face of love. Your lawyer is slowly becoming just like you. As your lawyer transforms, then eventually, as you move in situations quietly within, your lawyer will move with you on a completely different level, very much on the surface. But on the surface, moving in the same way that you are moving within. And then others also fall in love with your lawyer.
Thank you.